This revision video is looking at the arguments for why Christians believe in God, so what are the reasons they would give. Now we start by looking at the philosophical arguments they would use to sort of say God exists, there is a God. First one being the Teleological Argument. Now this argument is otherwise known as the purpose argument, and it's basically laying down the argument that all the things created in the world and the universe, all the living things, are so detailed and so intricate that surely there must be a designer behind that, a creator, someone who has planned it to be in that way. Now there's some good examples to back this idea up. It was Sir Isaac Newton, the founder of modern science, who basically was a Christian, believed in God, and said, the only proof I need to prove there is a God is a thumbprint. And his theory behind this was that many people in the world, every single person, as far as we know, has a unique thumbprint. That can't be random. Random would suggest that more than one person would have the same thumbprint. There are that many people in the world, but as far as we know, they don't. So, proof of God's existence, because God's planned it that way. Another really good argument to use is the pocket watch argument, which was given by William Paley, and he said, take the pocket watch, it's so intricate, so detailed, that can only occur by somebody building it and making it and designing it. You know, you take all the pieces, put it in a bag, shake the bag around, you're not going to have a perfectly formed pocket watch. When you take it out, it's going to be in pieces still, because randomly that would not occur. Those pieces would not fall into place. So therefore there must be a designer for everything to be so intricate. Basically, take a design, it has to be planned before you build it. You can't just take all those building materials, let them go from the sky and they'll form a perfect house on the ground. No, they form a big mess because it has to be planned and built and designed. So that is the purpose argument. The second philosophical argument that we use is the cosmological argument. Now basically this is otherwise known as the cause argument, and it's saying that the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, has to have had a cause. It can't just happen out of nothing. Take the domino effect, for example. You range those dominoes up and they are going to fall, but they're only going to fall if there's a cause. Somebody's pushed it, the wind's blown it, someone shook the table, whatever it is. They won't go without a cause. So basically it's the case that without somebody starting something, there's no process. So the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, was God. Now, other arguments Christians would use, well, some Christians would say that God answers prayers, so when they pray to God, their prayers are answered. Now that obviously doesn't happen every time, otherwise we'd all be rich when in the lottery. But if prayers are asked, they are answered by God. Other ideas Christians will give you are miracles. You know, God exists because miracles exist. There are examples in the Bible from Jesus when he created miracles, performed miracles, and there are modern day miracles as well, like in places like Lourdes in France. You know, miracles happen, they are documented. Also, they would argue that the fact that humans have a conscience, therefore we know right from wrong, we have this kind of ability to decide what is right and what is wrong. Well, that has to have come from somewhere, it can't come from nowhere, and God has given us that ability to choose between right and wrong. Christians also use the argument that obviously, you know, there is a God because it's my belief. I've grown up in a Christian family, therefore I believe in God. So why do Christians believe in God? Because they're part of a Christian family. It's a simple argument, but it's still an argument. And of course you can't forget obviously the fact that, you know, Christians would say there is a God because there's a Bible, and the Bible documents God and is proof of God's existence. So, you know, that's the obvious argument to say, why do Christians believe in God? Because it's written in the Bible. Those are the key arguments Christians would use to back up and support why they believe there's a God and how they can prove that God exists.